Yo, what up? It's the feature presentation. You know, we're doing some movie talk, a little bit of TV talk. I'm here with my guys. By the way, I'm DJ Sus1. Got my guy Quasi Quaz, my guy Joey Franchise, and my brother Pretty Luke. What's up, fellas?
Yes, sir.
What's good?
What's good? So today we got a few movies to talk about. We got FATALE. Shout out to my guy Deon Taylor who directed that one. We got Halloween Kills. We got Godzilla vs Kong. We got Scream 5. We got The Flash. We got WandaVision. We got Indiana Jones 5. So we got a little bit of movie talk and TV talk to talk about today. So let's start off today. I want to start off with my brother Pretty Lou because last week we were talking about Justice League and all that. And I really don't know much. You know, Superman's my guy. Batman's my guy. I know a little bit about The Flash, but not my guy. So they're coming out with the new Flash movie. Not my guy. So Pretty Lou, talk to me about it a little bit.
It's actually called Flashpoint. It's actually based on the comic book, hopefully. We hope that it's based on the comic book. But it's talking about, you know, how he's just going into different universes, right, Joey? Like he's going into different stuff, different years and he's also bringing back a bunch of old characters. Meaning you might see Michael Keaton again in a Batman suit. And you might see Ben Affleck. You might see both of them in one movie. They keep putting out the rumors out there. They keep saying that it is going to happen. We don't know if that's true. But they're just bringing back different, like how Joey, you know how they have now on TV with the different Earths and everything. That's what he's doing. He's traveling to different Earths. And they're also chiming in some parts from Justice League as well, also from Batman versus Superman. So he's just like, he's all over the place. But Joey, in the original Flashpoint in the comics, he dies, right? At the end, right?
I gotta go back and read Flashpoint. I don't remember if he died or not. I know the whole point of it was him going back in time. It was to save it was trying to save his mom.
Trying to save his mom's, correct.
Yeah. And in alternate universe he crossed, Batman is actually Bruce Wayne's dad. It's Thomas Wayne.
It's Thomas Wayne, yes. Yeah. So the guy who plays Thomas Wayne in whatchamacallit, Batman versus Superman, he actually comes back to the movie and plays that version of the Batman.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, I think
so. It's like different Earths. He's going to different Earths, like Earth 1, Earth 24.
I keep hearing that Flashpoint could save this whole universe, this whole DCU universe.
They're saying that, yes.
Because I don't know how they're gonna do it. This is just the rumors I'm hearing. They can pretend like some of these goddamn movies didn't exist or some shit, like these mistake movies. It can. Quasi, do you have anything to say on that? Can Flashpoint save?
It's a way for them to kind of tie all the stuff together the way, like basically what Lou and Joe are talking about. It's like based on that comic, they're going to use this movie as a kind of vehicle to kind of say, okay, these, like the Snyderverse kind of exists in its own plane, and but they acknowledge that there's a Batman for, old school Batman, so Michael Keaton's going to be in it. There's a rumoring about Ben Affleck probably coming back, all that kind of stuff. So this is their attempt to kind of make the universe situation kind of right. So at least in a way, it's like they're acknowledging the other universes, but they're not completely saying we're just going to follow this path from now on.
Right.
Does that make sense?
But shouldn't a solo Flash movie take place before they do a Flashpoint?
I think so, but I mean, I think DCEU has been so all over the place since they started. Well, after Batman v Superman, got horrible reviews. It's just been they've been trying to right the ship ever since. And I think with Flashpoint and, now Ben Affleck, at this point, we don't even know if he's going to play Batman or not. I know he said he doesn't want to, but now with, Snyder Cut getting all this hype, they might renegotiate and see it through. But with Flash, I mean, like I say, he just goes back into, he's going to right the ship for the entire continuity for DCEU. And I think Michael Keaton's going to play a big role in this. Michael Keaton actually will be in the movie.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Flash will cross with that Batman. They're going to cross with that. He's going to cross that Batman.
They're definitely going to cross that path. Also, they're also saying that Michael Keaton, that's when they're gonna introduce the Batman Beyond.
Yeah, they have big plans. They haven't that's the rumor that Batman Beyond is going to be a thing. But Warner wants to bring Michael Keaton back to play an older version of Bruce Wayne, and it's going to be on HBO Max. They're trying to pitch a series to him exclusively for HBO Max, which a lot of fans think is Batman Beyond.
As a matter of fact, Warner Brothers put out a statement I was reading. I don't know if the statement's true, that they were saying that if they're offering Michael Keaton whatever he wants, and if he doesn't take it, then they're done with the Batman franchise. They want Michael Keaton. Like they just want him to play Batman for their universe, for Warner Brothers. If he doesn't do it, then they're not going to do it at all.
I'd be excited for that. No, go ahead.
Also with Flashpoint, if Joey and I know Quasi knows that, and in Legion of whatchamacallit, the series they had on the WB, when the both Flash, that was like the opening for Flashpoint.
Yeah, they had the TV Flash and the movie Flash meet in that in the WB. I'm sorry, the CW series. When they did they do this whole crossover thing every season with the CW shows, and the last one they did, they had the Flashes kind of meet, because there was a whole point where the Flash was, kind of going from this one. Kind of focused a little bit. It was almost like they stole a little bit from the Flashpoint series from the comics, where they had to travel between universes and multiverses and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, with to add on to that, I think DC's not trying to confuse fans as they are with how the universe works or their multiverse. So everything's just gonna kind of exist in its own world. Like, for example, like we're gonna get Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck both in the Flash movie. That's already a done deal. Ink's dry. But Matt Reeves has his Batman going on with Robert Pattinson. So everybody's like, well, what's going on with that? Is he integrated with this? So the plan is to just kind of everything's within the multiverse. So Matt Reeves' Batman is its own thing, but it does exist, quote unquote, like within that universe.
It's getting confusing.
It's really wild.
It is kind of confusing. I agree. But it has the potential to be a really good movie if they do it right.
If they do it right, if they do it right, then it has and I keep it real. I will agree. If they really do it right, it will save the DCU.
Yeah, I really agree with that, and I like how he looks too. Some of the concept art has been leaked. He's got a new suit. The concept art also has him with Michael Keaton's OG Batman Returns outfit. Yep. So it's really dope.
That's dope.
Yep.
Real quick before we change to movie topics, do you guys think, I always see this, trending. Do you think Michael Keaton is the best Batman over Christian Bale and over everybody else?
Yes.
I ain't gonna, I'm sorry, Joey. I ain't gonna lie. I saw Batman and Batman Return over the weekend too. Mm-hmm. I think he did play a great Batman.
So Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, Tim Burton Batman was phenomenal. Batman Returns, I'm a fan of it because I grew up with it, but that wasn't phenomenal. I thought I thought the Dark Knight series, Christopher Nolan, was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that just goes without saying. That's just a masterpiece.
But to say this one more time, right? To say this one more time, you got to remember, those are the comic book versions. The Dark Knight trilogy you could really based on something like it could really happen in real life.
Yeah.
Right. It was a very grounded.
I like what Batman Returns was. I mean, there wasn't as much action in the movie. It's because I think they try to really focus on Batman's more detective side, and they try to give a nice find a happy medium between him in combat and him just being the greatest detective.
Returns was just kind of like, it was more like a Tim Burton movie than a Batman movie. And I see that a lot. That's most people's complaints. And it kind of feels like that. It's just, it takes this kind of odd turn. It goes a little dark with the whole
like the Nightmare Before Batman.
Nightmare Before
it really was. Like with the first Batman movie, he nailed it. But the second one was just more a Tim Burton movie. Like he was just doing his
I felt like it was a dark soap opera.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look,
it just went
with random circus folk.
Talking about penguins with rockets on them.
Penguins with rockets. How do we let that slide? You really pulled up in a duck.
Yeah.
found-
And then, yeah, the duck. Oh, the duck.
I found-
He's driving the duck.
We let that fly. That's crazy.
Yeah, I found
I
that.
don't even
cool.
think about it.
When we were young, we found that cool. Now we're like,
Fact.
Yo, no, I'm dying
real
about
quick.
the duck. I forgot.
So
about
talking
that.
about old Batman, you know what I'm saying? Michael Keaton coming back as the OG old Batman. Let's keep it on the topic old, because I want to talk to you guys about Indiana Jones 5.
Well, that's
I'm a
old.
fan. Hold on, I'm a fan of the franchise. Let me just say this: I'm a fan of Harrison Ford, incredible actor, one of our greats, incredible franchise. Shout out to Steven Spielberg. Shout out to George Lucas. I was excited when they did the last one, which was a long time ago. And he was super old then. And I was excited about it just because I'm a fan of the franchise. He was super old then. I'm not taking that away from it. Now, I forgot what year that was. That was like the early 2000s. Now, a part.
That's when Shia LaBeouf was like the shit.
It was like, what was it, like 08?
He was
I
in
think,
everything.
07, 08. So,
Yeah.
so guys, what do you feel about Indiana Jones 5? We were talking about Lethal Weapon 5, and these guys are like 100 years old. Like, what do you think?
To me, the Indiana Jones series kind of jumped the shark up after the last movie, what was it, the Crystal Skull or whatever, and I was just like, man, that was horrible, dude. That was the one where, you know, like you're saying with Shia LaBeouf, and it just they went off the rails. The whole he's in the refrigerator surviving the nuclear explosion thing.
That was the crazy part, though. But then you thought the movie was bad. I didn't think the movie was bad. That part was bad. That part was cheesy. That part was cheesy.
There were aliens at the end. Like it was aliens.
It was bad.
They
dude.
discovered aliens at the end. I'm like, what the hell?
Everybody has such a problem with the aliens, but they were cool with the all the Indiana Jones. They were cool with Kali Ma ripping out hearts and all. Like
because that could happen though. But like, aliens is not gonna happen in the Indiana Jones world, my dude. Come on, you know that. I mean, it's like combining Star Wars. They forgot which franchise they were doing.
I Indiana Jones when they had Data in there. That was it. That was done with me.
George Lucas just couldn't wait to drop aliens in Indiana Jones. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So what do you guys feel?
So anyways, like,
is Indiana Jones 5 needed, Quasi?
I don't think so. But here's the thing. You know what? I said that about even Lethal Weapon when we were talking about it last week. If the story is good, they could kind of, do some justice to it. Because the last movie, I think, it's divisive. Some people love it or hate it, I guess. I haven't met too many people that love it. But they can really do justice to the series if this one is good. If they have a good story. I mean, Harrison Ford is 1,000,000 years old, but
still doing it. I think it would be good, like what Quasi said, if the story's good. Honestly, I really feel like they should transition out of that character and go to like a young Indiana Jones, or he should pass the torch down to like his
They were trying, but Shia LaBeouf went crazy.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
I was trying to do it with him. Yeah.
Hey, they should have waited a few years, and Tom Holland could have been like young Indiana Jones, but now he's doing Uncharted, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we talked about Lethal Weapon 5. We talked about Indiana Jones 5. Let's get to Scream 5, bro. You guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but I don't give a shit. I know Scream 4 wasn't the best, but I'm a horror fanatic.
Oh.
I love the Scream franchise. I'm going to go see it regardless. I love Neve Campbell. You know what I'm saying? She's back. She finally announced that she's back. Courtney Cox is back. David Arquette is back. Wes Craven passed away. Rest in peace to Wes Craven. But this might put a fresh new director. The director that the directors for this said they're trying to honor Wes Craven. I know you guys are gonna shit on it because you feel like it's unneeded.
I'm not.
Oh, really?
I like the fourth one. The fourth one was solid.
I thought the fourth one was solid except for the intro. The intro was trash.
Yeah, no, the intro definitely was trash, but I like the twist at the end.
Yeah,
The twist.
I think all of them was cool. I think they were all good. I don't have no complaints about the Scream. Let's see how it goes with this one with a new director. It might be different, like how are they gonna tribute Wes Craven? Because that guy right there, to tribute him, you gotta do something real big. Because this man made like tremendous, great horror movies,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's something. That's a big shoe to fill. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised y'all not shitting on it. I was.
You know what, the Scream?
I was gonna say, come on, bro. The Scream 5.
Sometimes they were so cheesy. They were good at times. Like some scenes would be super cheesy, but it was like good enough for me to like rewatch just because I mean, it was a solid franchise that held it down for years. The fourth one I thought was pretty cool, so I'm interested to see.
There's a lot of rumors that the story might connect to the original one, but we'll see. There's a lot of rumors coming out here. that they might bring back some of the original characters that were supposed to be dead. So we'll see. We'll talk about that in another episode. Now, I have nothing to say about this because it's not my thing. I don't know if this is y'all thing, but Godzilla vs. King Kong, Godzilla vs. Kong. They have a little snippet out there that they call the trailer. It was like a little 1 second snippet. Does anybody have anything to say about this movie?
For sure. The Godzilla movie is dude, nah, because this is my shit. So I'm like,
why it came out for sure.
Exactly. Nah, this one I'm excited for this one. So basically, they started the Godzilla series and what they're calling the MonsterVerse back in 2014 with the original Godzilla. They did, and then last year they had King of the Monsters. Well, I'm sorry, 2 years ago, and then and they also did King Kong Skull Island. So those all fit in, all those pieces fit into this in this MonsterVerse world. So now they're finally going to put the two Godzilla and Kong together to actually fight, and everybody's been looking forward to it. If you're fans of both franchises, there's an old school movie where the two of them fought back in the day, so fans knew this was coming, and like some of the stuff's been. He did. In that original, he lost because King Kong was more popular back then. So that was the agreement with the studio at the time. Heart. Yeah, but this one is like there's a lot of spoilers and rumors out there.
You're not supposed to live what? That's like when Freddy versus Jason happened. You couldn't really tell who won and who did. You're not supposed to live one of them. That's like cutting off part of the fans.
Well, I mean, so it's implied basically because what happens in that movie, just really quick at the end, it's like the two of them roll down a fucking hill into the water, and then only King Kong comes back up. He resurfaces. So Godzilla's like presumed to just be, knocked out or whatever. He wasn't dead, but that's why everyone was like, Kong kind of won that fight. It wasn't a stalemate. But this one, they've already said there's definitely going to be a winner of the fight. And the whole movie doesn't revolve around the two of them fighting, but it's them fighting, of course, getting together. And then later they have to fight against a bigger threat, which is already rumored to be like, if you're a fan already, it's like Mecha Godzilla, or whatever.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, yeah.
All right, cool.
It should be exciting.
I'm just upset because I hate going to Walmart and still see the toys before the movie.
Yeah, that they screwed up with that because the toy merch came out, so that's why a lot of spoilers are already out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
why would they do that? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Well, they're trying to capitalize, especially with people not even going to the movies as much as now. They're trying to capitalize on as much merch as they possibly can before leading up to the movie. But in doing so, you got the fans out there that'll dissect little things that they'll see on the toys. They'll read the back of the box, and then the rumors and the speculations and the Easter eggs all pop out.
But
plus, it was supposed to come. Sorry, it was supposed to come out like the middle of last year, so that's the other thing.
Oh, that's
why the merch came out.
Now, I just want to ask you guys this one question because it's been bothering me for a couple years already. When King of Monsters came out, when Godzilla King of Monsters came out, is that one monster from that movie? What's the movie called that it comes to New York and they mess up all New York?
Cloverfield?
Huh?
Cloverfield?
Yeah. Is that the same one?
No. No. Why'd you think that? You thought it was?
They look alike. They're the same monsters.
Nah, that's not the same.
Wait, which one? From King of the Monsters?
Yes.
You talking about the three-headed monster?
No, not the no. The one.
Oh, okay.
Watch. All right. So listen. Homework from today, from this episode to the next.
Okay.
Go watch Cloverfield, and then go
watch
Godzilla King of Monsters, and tell me if I'm not bugging out.
You're bugging out.
You're bugging out. I'm bugging out, but I think you're bugging out.
No, watch it, please. And I know for a fact y'all gonna come back to me and say, "Yo, Lou, you was right."
I got some homework for y'all to do, man. Y'all need to watch Fatale. Y'all told me y'all didn't see it. It was an incredible movie directed by my guy, Deon Taylor. It's a thriller. I want Quasi to talk about it because he said he saw the trailer.
I saw the trailer.
But yo, look, before I told you guys this offline, I'm gonna say it to everybody watching. Hilary Swank, I know she's done great movies that everybody's talking about. I have not seen her in a movie except for The Next Karate Kid. So when I saw her acting the way she did in this movie and she was incredible, I was like, holy shit, she doesn't just do the fucking kicks and shit with Mr. Miyagi and shit. I was like, she was phenomenal in this movie. And Michael Ealy was good. You know what I'm saying? Deon Taylor did great directing, and I thought the thriller was great. I know you have something to say, you know, based off, but you haven't seen it, so you can't say too much. But based off of the trailer,
Based off the trailer, it just kind of looks like, to me, it looked like Fatal Attraction with like a murder mystery involved. But you're saying it's different, a little bit different as a spin to it. But I mean, it looks intense. It just looks a little.
it looked like
really,
Fatal Attraction. I'm not gonna lie, but when you see it now, there's it's a whole nother twist to it, man. Like, shout out to Deon Taylor. He's been doing a lot of great movies lately because he did Intruder. I don't know if y'all saw Intruder. He did Black and Blue, which I feel like should have gotten awards.
Black and Blue was dope.
Yeah, Black and Blue was dope. Shout out to Deon Taylor. You think you guys could go see that so we could talk about it next week?
Now that you brought it up, I'd be down to see it because, like, I mean, I'm curious to like see what else is popping because I know, you know, since we don't got the theaters anymore, like, you know, everything's kind of streaming. You rented it, so I mean, I'm looking at the trailer. I was like, I don't know if I'm buying Hilary Swank as, you know, somebody that's coming to like fuck up somebody's household respectfully. You know what I mean? So now that you brought it up and said it was a good movie, so. Definitely looking for something to.
She plays a detective in the movie, right?
Yeah, she plays a detective.
Okay, so
I don't want to do the spoilers. Plus, it's not just for the crowd; it's for y'all too. But she plays a detective, and there's a whole twist to it. Please go see it. I personally think the movie is incredible. You know, I think Hilary Swank did an incredible job. Michael Ealy always does a good job.
She looked good.
Yeah, she looked good in the movie too. And Michael Ealy,
she looks good.
And Deon Taylor did a great job.
I still picture her as a boxer. I don't know.
Yeah, no, she looks a lot more feminine.
And she did Boys Don't Cry too.
Oh man,
yo, Hillary, because
I see her in a whole different space right now. You know,
I remember that. I feel like us talking about her is like that episode in The Office where they're like arguing whether Hilary Swank is hot or not.
All right, look, I know sometimes the actors and everybody be watching episodes on online, so you never know. Hillary, if you're seeing this, I personally have not seen any of your movies except for The Next Karate Kid. I know that sounds horrible, but I haven't. You did an incredible job in Fatale. We're going to talk about it in next week's episode after my guys watch the movie.
Yo, real quick homework for you guys too, if you've never, since you're not big on Hilary Swank, but do yourself a favor, watch The Hunt, which I think is it's actually a pretty good movie. She's in that, and she does have fighting scenes in that shit. You'll be impressed.
Oh, so this girl just all she does is fight.
Yeah, basically.
Now I definitely got to see this movie because I just see her. I see her as
she was crazy.
brother.
She was crazy in this movie. Please, guys, before next Monday, please go see it. Go see it. Go to your bedroom and rent it.
but watch The Hunt also, because I think you'll while we're on this Hilary Swank topic, she's a great actor. So, all
right, I'm gonna watch it. Now,
The Hunt was surprisingly good.
This one's for Joey because I know nothing about this. Joey and Quasi WandaVision TV show. I know nothing about this, so I'm gonna leave these up to you guys.
This is great. She was on Kimmel. They dropped like a scene from I guess what looks to be the first episode. 20-second clip. It's very Dick Van Dyke-ish in the first.
What is it supposed to be? Like, what's the show supposed to be about? It's
supposed to be about Wanda coping with the loss of Vision after Avengers Endgame. So after that, the rumor is I think that she goes into I talked about it on the last show, where she, kind of seeking help. She's like in a group, like kind of having like a PTSD type of thing. And she's just trying to cope with the thing of Vision. So she creates this reality where he exists. And it's so weird because, nobody knows what to expect because, Vision operates with the Mind Stone. And we know in Endgame that, Hulk, they gave back Thanos snapped away all the stones and then Captain America brought them all back, to where they belonged back in time. So from what I'm reading and a lot of, people who got to see it, the embargo's down now. So everybody's like on Twitter commenting and talking about the first 2 episodes, saying how it's a quirky, really fun show. It's really good. They're saying that if, the critics weren't really, bashing, if they didn't bash superhero movies as much as they do, that Wanda, who is played by Elizabeth Olsen, should be up for an Emmy. It looks dope. I'm excited to see it. And what it does is she kind of copes with she creates this reality revolved around TV shows she grew up watching.
Yeah. Which
is why they go from black and white to like the 80s, 90s sitcoms to now.
Yeah. And the whole series isn't going to be based on a sitcom. They say, I think it's like 10 episodes or whatever. And each one's half an hour. So it's really quickly digestible. And they say they're going to release the first 2 episodes this coming Friday on Disney Plus.
So it's like Cobra Kai. Half
Yeah.
hour, and then you want more, and then you want more, and then you're done, and then you got to wait another year.
So don't even bring up Cobra Kai because I'm going to want to talk about it. I love Cobra Yo,
I started watching Cobra Kai too.
you started watching it. You just disrespected the whole shit. You should have finished watching it. You should have finished watching it the day it dropped. Yo, that shit is phenomenal. Let's not make it a Cobra Kai conversation though. So you guys got homework. Fatale and Cobra Kai season 3. Is anybody here who hasn't seen Cobra Kai season 3 yet? The whole thing?
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, I
saw everything.
Yeah. Joey, you should be ashamed.
Joey, you got to catch up. Got to catch up.
It's a lot of sit down at the crib. I'll tell you this weekend, boy.
Right.
So speaking about Hilary Swank, do you think that in Cobra Kai that they're going to acknowledge that there was a 4th Karate Kid with Hilary?
Hell no.
I would have hoped they would have did that. Like, I mean, from all the clips,
She don't even know none of them.
Yeah.
She was
that should be like its own universe. They really just need to.
Yeah,
he could say, I heard a lot about you, Daniel. Miyagi was my trainer too.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
They don't need to acknowledge that movie.
Daniel should just close the door on her.
There's a whole lot of Hilary Swank slander going on in this, man.
Well, that movie was terrible.
We're gonna get flagged.
Great about Hillary.
That movie was terrible. That movie was terrible. Come on. That movie
she even knows it's terrible.
Yes, exactly.
She talk about it.
The movie wasn't
number one.
The movie wasn't good. Guys, don't judge me. The movie wasn't good, but I own it because when I invest into a franchise, I have to have the whole franchise. So I got Superman 4 with Christopher Reeve, including 1, 2, and 3, because I can't have just. I have to have the whole franchise.
I do too. I feel you.
So even though the Daniel Russo Karate Kid is my favorite, I have to. If they put out another one, I had to own the whole thing. So that's just me.
Yeah, I'm the same thing with Batman. You know, I had to buy that trash Batman and Robin. Where they're,
I own it also just because I have to have the whole.
They had the skates. They had the skates on their boots.
Dude, that was terrible.
Playing hockey with a diamond.
Dude, any movie with the Schumacher stuff with the bat nipples, I was out. I really.
Yeah,
although Forever was more tolerable than Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin was. So
I'm gonna use this as a transition because I got to talk about Halloween Kills, but I own the whole Halloween franchise, including the Halloween Resurrection with Busta Rhymes. Like,
yeah, Busta Rhymes was kicking ass in that one though.
Yo, you even own Halloween 3?
Of course you would have the Busta Rhymes.
I love my brother Busta Rhymes. Busta, you know I love you, we boys, but that wasn't it. That wasn't it, Chief.
But at least it was better than Halloween 3, right? You own 3?
All right, hold on. Now this is a whole nother conversation that we could have in another Halloween conversation. I actually like Halloween 3, just not as part of the Michael Myers world. If that was just a separate movie called Season of the Witch,
yeah,
I would have. I didn't think it was a bad movie as far as if it was its own entity, but I just think it shouldn't have been in the Michael Myers. They shouldn't have switched it, and they should have kept it on Michael Myers. You thought it was a bad movie, period, though?
No, I didn't think it was complete trash, but yeah, just like you're saying, they went on a detour, and obviously they saw the error in their ways, so in 4, they brought it back to Michael Myers. Because plus, I don't think the movie made a ton of money either, so it was everybody was confused.
They wanted Michael Myers.
I've been confused from that, friend. I'm just confused.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if she's dead. I don't know if the kid is dead. I don't know if the dog is dead.
I don't know if the dog's dead. They got Halloween Kills coming out, which is the sequel to the last Halloween, which was called Halloween, which was supposed to take place after the first Halloween. You know what's so funny? I don't know if it was after just the first Halloween or the first 2 Halloweens, but besides that, they're pretending like the rest of the franchise did not exist.
Right.
And that's what happened in the last Halloween. So Jamie Lee Curtis is Laurie Strode. She was back alive because she never died. You know what I'm saying? They just.
I thought that's the part that messed me up is the fact that she died in.
And the one with Busta Rhymes, the Resurrection.
Yeah.
Joey ought to go in. We don't even know.
I don't remember.
It's like part 16 or 17. Yeah, no, because they retconned the series. So like
they pretending like none of that existed. But
yeah, like 1 and 2, and then they connecting these last 2. So you got to ignore the other ones.
It seemed to work though. Like the last one did well, and now this is the sequel coming out, Halloween Kills, to the last one. So
yeah, you
guys care.
I do. I thought the last one was a little more realistic, a little more gritty. I like the way they did that one. Bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis, I thought was a good idea. I mean, it was a little. To me, it was more listen, it's better than like you say the Busta Rhymes ones, and I can't keep track of it in 4, 5, or 6 or whatever. It's like
between Busta and LL, I don't know what.
LL was more tolerable than the Busta Rhymes one.
Or H2O.
H2O.
Was the one.
Oh God, H2O. That's it.
H2O. Then you got the Halloween from what's his name? Ron Zombie. You got
Oh yeah, that's right. The Rob Zombie.
Hold on. I like the. I might be.
I like the first Rob Zombie.
The first one.
Yeah, first one.
I like the first Rob Zombie Halloween. When he did that, I was like, oh shit, they really relaunched this shit. It's about to be lit. Then he did Halloween 2 and went to Rob Zombie with it and made it weird. You know what I'm saying?
He kind of did it Tim Burton. That's what happened with that.
Exactly. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So shout to Rob Zombie for giving us a great Michael Myers and giving us a fucking horrible one. That could have been a whole other franchise, but he just went to Rob Zombie with it.
Oh man.
He wanted to make it his own and didn't respect I don't think when he respected the fans' opinions on it. So I don't know.
I think he got comfortable because he got good feedback on the first Halloween he did. And he just felt like giving us a 1,000 corpses or whatever, another version of that, and Devil's Rejects type of vibe. And it's like, dog, like stick to the Miles Myers story. You know what I mean?
And once again, I'm gonna say this: leave things alone, man. Please, man.
Nah, hold on. Let me say something based on that, and we can end. A lot of people say leave things alone. Now, there are some things that I say that needs to be left alone. But me personally, as far as horror characters go, I want to see them live on, but they got to do it right. Like, you can't do it the way they fucked up a Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, that's horrible. But I wasn't mad at, when Rob Zombie...
They messed up on Nightmare on Elm Street.
They messed up on it. It was horrible.
They messed up on Child's Play, too. I was really looking forward to them doing a new version or more modern Child's Play, and then they butchered that one. I didn't really like that one.
It was trash. That wasn't Chucky, but, they got the original guys who did the original ones are doing the TV show Child's Play, and it was hard for them to get the rights to do Chucky the exact way. Just don't do it then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That shit was horrible. The Nightmare on Elm Street was horrible, but I wasn't mad at the early 2000s version of Friday the 13th. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot.
No, let's bring Jason back to Manhattan.
Yo.
What's the one where Jason's out in space, dude?
Jason X?
God.
I watched that
that was
a couple months ago. Randomly. Because I forgot how that movie went.
We're going to end it here because I can't talk about Jason X. All right, man. This has been another episode of Movie Talk, a little bit of TV talk with the feature presentation. My guys, Joey Franchise, Pretty Lou, my boy Quasi. I'm DJ Sus1. We're going to be doing this every week. If there's anything that you guys want us to talk about, whether it's old or new, because I don't want us to be pigeonholed to just new, just hit us up. You know what I'm saying? The info's right here. And it's thefeaturepresentation.com. All right, guys, once again, love y'all, man. I love that we found a team to geek out with.
Yeah.
People into this shit.
It's very hard in our community to kind of geek out about things like this.
That's true. There's not a lot of super undercover nerd motherfuckers that just talking shit.
All right, guys. So we'll talk next week. Love.
All right.